what's up, guys? My name is JC, and I am Wrong the Strong. And today, man, we have a special guest. I know I say that a lot, but, you know, for some reason, I've been having, like, special guests that come from San Diego. And today we have, I want to say he's my friend because we were friends through social media. And that's what you do nowadays. You know, you build relationships, you watch other people build. And I want to say something about this guy before he introduces himself. I got to watch him go from, I mean, you'll see the pictures when you look him up and everything, but, you know, I got to see the transition of going from sloppy to just fit. And I say that in the cleanest, respectful way, because when you watch somebody do the work and actually benefit from everything, man, I believe that it becomes a blessing to everybody. So, what's up, Don?
What's up, big dog?
Man, you know, it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you in person, man.
It's been needed, man. I know we've been talking about this for I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
You know, we got to make it happen. Got to link up. Life gets busy. You know how it is. But I believe God always has a plan, and the plan is right here for me to be right here. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
No, you know, I believe it's on his timing, and sometimes we try to force stuff, but you can't force his plan, and it happens when it needs to happen, you know.
100%, yeah.
It's good that we're doing this today because I fly out tonight, and everything's falling into place, dog. And I was thinking yesterday, I was like, man, I remember this dude from the beginning, man, because I can't remember too many dudes that been on this walk with me, like the whole YouTube, Instagram, just the whole social media stuff.
Yeah.
Not too many people are standing still.
No.
You know, it's been 8
like
years.
a revolving door,
Yes.
man. People come, people go, you know.
Yes, but man, you've built something, man, and I wanna ask you a couple of questions. I wanna ask you, who the man behind that brand, the brand that you've built. Mm-hmm. You know, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a God-fearing man, you know, but I wasn't always this way, man. There was a time in my life where I was lost, I was broken. I was ashamed of who I was. I wasn't proud of who I was. I never wanted to be out here and show who I was, you know, who's Richard or whatever, man. I was trying to hide myself, you know? So I come from a place, man, where, you know, I had to rebuild myself. I had to really kill the old me, the old version of myself. And I had to be born again, you know, not just from a sense of like physical appearance, but like spiritually as well, physically, obviously. But my whole thing, man, I had to change. So that's what I did. I completely reinvented myself. I killed the old me. I call myself Warpath now. That's who I am. That's my new version of who I am. Richard, that's my, you know, what the name I was born with.
That's your government name.
That's my government name, man. I had to kill that guy. You know, I had to kill that guy. The reason is because Richard, man, he likes to drink. He likes to smoke. He likes to do drugs. He likes to get into all kinds of bad stuff. You know what I mean? He's not dependable. He's not respectable. Like, he's not disciplined. He was overweight. Like, everything that you don't want to be, that's who Richard was. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I woke up one day, I said, you know what? Screw this, man. I'm going to completely kill that guy, and I'm going to turn to Warpath. You know, and that's who I am now, is Warpath, man.
I've been watching the journey, man, I just loved how you went from that to today. Like, even your family, even everything just changed. Like, I got to see it all, man. I tell people it's a blessing, because yesterday I was talking to Matt, and I was like, I remember him from the very first days, from when me and Wes got interviewed, and Wes started coaching, and you know, we're talking about 2018, maybe even 2019, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's been a while.
It's been a while.
And you've been getting jacked up, more jacked up. But it's what people don't realize is that, you know, muscle it matures also. So the more time you spend working out, the better it starts to look. Mm-hmm. And that's what's happening with you. Like, I watched your transition. And, you know, and a lot of people give up at the beginning because, you cut all the fat out, but now you feel like you're a twig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now you have nothing on you. And you're like, man, I felt better when I was fat.
Yeah. Well, people don't realize, like, you really don't have a lot of muscle underneath that fat, you know? Like, that's what I thought. I thought, oh, I'm good. Like, I got a bunch of muscle under here. Nah. Once you strip all that away, unless you've been working out consistently for, like, years and years and years, not a lot of men have a lot of muscle, you know? And so, I had to grow muscle, man, on top of that, because I did feel skinny. I did feel weak, you know? I'm like, I can't look like this.
Nah, dude, you've been doing good, you know? And the best part is that you gutted the whole house before you started to build. Mm-hmm. But once you start to build, now you have quality, like size that's not going away no more.
Right.
And that's what people don't realize, you know. That's why I'm against like dirty bulks and just there's just a, I mean, it's a scientific way to do it because it's more than just diet.
Yeah.
It's sleep, it's stress, it's work, it's a lot of things.
I'll say working out's very little.
Yep.
Very little part of what we do here. You know what I mean? Like you said, the sleep, the diet, that's like the main thing. You know, you're growing, man, when you're sleeping, you know, when you're eating right, correctly. But working out, everybody focuses on that part. You know, I run into a lot of people, I talk to them, like, I work out every day, 5 hours or whatever. I'm like, what about your nutrition? What about your sleep?
Yep.
You know, what about that other stuff? Your stress levels? How's that? They don't know about that.
Yeah, and that's why you'll see a lot of people in the gym that have been working out for 10 years and still look really bad.
Yeah.
Like they don't even look like they work out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I tell people. The other day, one of my friends, it's always your friends that try to hit you with the low blows. He's like, "Hey, JC, you're looking a little pudgy." I said, "Yeah, fool, I know. I'm enjoying life. I mean, pizza, ice cream. You know, I still work out to like maintain my whatever, like my health. But I said I took it off. I said, but let's lift those 150 dumbbells real quick.
Yeah.
Let's rep them out real quick to see what happens.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you always gotta go there. And I'm like, nah, fool, is that? If you throw a low blow at me, I'm gonna throw a low blow at you. You know what I mean? I've been working out for so long that I'm naturally strong. Whether I'm gear or not, it doesn't matter. Like I'm naturally.
But you got to
strong.
build that up. You know what I mean?
And it's been from
up.
years of just building that.
Yeah.
I remember when I got to the joint, the only bar you could use was 2 plates on it, and they were welded on.
you were forced to.
So you were forced to start right there.
Yep.
So you know, fitness is way more than what people realize, man. That's what people don't realize is that when they hire someone like yourself, they're hiring the knowledge that you put into effect, training, whatever the studies that you did on yourself, on clients, for them to get there faster instead of taking the long route.
Yeah.
A lot of people have the misconception, oh, why am I going to hire a coach if I could watch all these videos on YouTube and do this and do that? And I'm like, that don't work.
Yeah. No.
That don't work.
No, that's very surface level stuff right there. Like you said, what you're paying for when you invest in a coach or, you know, a mentor or trainer, whatever, it's that time that they have learned, right? Like you are paying for all the knowledge, every single room that person has stepped into, you know, when it comes from fitness to faith to nutrition, all this stuff, you're paying for that knowledge.
And just think about it like let's just say someone hires you as a coach, right? Not only are they getting training, diet, but they're also learning what a man of faith looks like.
Right.
Because nowadays, people don't realize that everybody's watching. Like, that's why cameras are everywhere now. Everybody's always watching, and that's why it's only a matter of time before the truth always comes out.
Correct.
So, like, I always tell people, when you walk the walk and talk the talk, you know, people start to listen and start to actually, you know, do what you tell them to do. And that's one of my biggest things, man. I like to hire someone that I want to try and look like, or I want to achieve what he's achieving. When I was powerlifting, I hired one of the best powerlifting coaches. I went to Chris from the String Cartel back in the day, and then I hired another coach after that. But when I wanted to do bodybuilding, I would hire a bodybuilding coach. You can't hire a basketball coach and expect to play baseball.
Right. Yeah, it makes no sense. People do that all the time, though.
But they do it all the time.
They do it all the time.
That's what you do when you look at YouTube videos and try to practice. Like I tell people, you don't realize those dudes have been working out for years. That's why they look like that.
Yes.
You were not going to look like that in 90 days. I hate to break the news to you. I don't care if you shoot yourself with 100 peptides. You're not.
And that's another thing too, man. With all the supplements and peptides out nowadays, that's what people think. They think that they could just inject something, take something, and that's it.
Well, we live in the easy route with the all the operations and
of course,
6-pack, like whatever they do, and
abs in 90 days, you know, that type of thing.
But you know what? They'll never get to experience the sensation you feel when you become that lean that you forget your keys are inside the fridge when you're trying to leave the house.
Brain fog. Oh yeah, I've been there.
And you're looking for them all over the place, and they're inside the fridge. Because that was the last place you checked.
Yeah.
Because you know damn well you couldn't eat, but you still opened up the fridge.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, I believe every man, God created us to be tested.
Mm-hmm.
God created us to do difficult things.
Yeah.
That's why I believe that a man should, you know, rise up early, work. That whole, like, I don't want to say macho Mexican thing, but my culture did teach me a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, work ethic, getting up early, being the last one to leave. I'm very opinionated.
Yeah.
Like I'll say something that someone can't, you know, say for themselves. Stuff like that. But when I became a man of faith, that's when my life really changed, and I got to see you through it too, man. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Like when did you really like get on your knees? Like when did you really surrender?
It's when I lost my family, man. Like that's what it had to take in order for me to change. I've been to jail. I've been, you know, getting the DUIs. All that stuff didn't cause me to change because it was me. Like I was just doing it to myself. But as soon as I was starting to hurt my family, my kids, you know, me and my wife were on the verge of a divorce. She left. I came home to an empty house. Wow. Everything was gone, bro. The walls were bare. Pictures were gone. Clothes were, you know, of course, missing. And I knew what had happened. You know, she'd been giving me signs leading up all the way to it. You know,
how did that feel inside of you when you walked into the house?
It broke me, man. It broke me. I remember going into that house and it was just like still. You know, like the air's even still. It's heavy. It's just like you could just tell like it was a different vibe, and I felt horrible. It literally caused me to drop to my knees and surrender to God.
So and you did it right there.
I did it right then and there. Yeah, I literally looked around, man. I'm like. I cried, man. I broke down. I dropped to my knees. I told God, please take this away from me. You know what I mean? Like I'm hurting my family now. It's not just me no more. I'm hurting everybody else around me. You know, I need you to take this away from me because I can't do it on my own. I tried it, you know.
And so was alcohol your drug of choice, I guess you might say?
That was my main vice.
Yeah,
alcohol was my main thing. And then, of course, you know, once alcohol gets in the mix, right, you start, you know, the coke comes out and you start wanting to party, you know what I mean? But that was my main thing was alcohol.
What kind of a drunk were you? Were you a happy drunk, a violent drunk?
That's the thing. I didn't know. I didn't know what version of me I was going to be that day.
It was like,
you know, hey, some days I'd be happy. Some days I'd be chill. Like, hey, this guy's cool. Other days, man, I turn into the damn devil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you would not want to be around me, you know? And it was bad. And that's the reason why I had to change, because I wasn't myself. I wasn't me. That's why they call it spirits. You know what I mean? Like you're drinking, you're taking spirits because it will literally go into and change you, who you are.
No, when me and my wife got divorced after I had been married a short time with her, I was going through the transition to changing. We broke up. I left the house. I got a DUI. I totaled my car. Totaled the car I hit.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that the cops didn't even arrest me. Like they took me home to my wife and they asked her, would you take him back? Because if you don't receive him, you know, we got to take him to jail. So she took me back. We were just talking about this the other day because we were arguing. and it was my 7th DUI because I caught a bunch of DUIs when I used to be a Phoenix Rough Rider on my motorcycle. I caught a bunch of DUIs.
Yeah.
And just that, bro, I turned into somebody different to the point where I always end up in jail. Always. No ifs, ands, or buts. I always end up in jail.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had to eliminate that part of me. And like you said, bro, my real change didn't happen until I completely destroyed my old self. I had to build a new JC.
Yeah. Because
the old one just did not work no more.
Yeah.
He worked in the old life I had.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
But not in this one.
Yeah.
So were you an everyday drinker, like a 6-pack on my way home, or were you like a 24 over the weekend?
It started off like that, right? It started off on the weekends. Because I was like a functioning alcoholic, bro. I'd hold down the job. I'd pay my bills. I did everything good. But then, you know, here comes a beer Tuesday after work. I had a long day, you know, so it started diving into the week during the week. That's when I knew, okay, it's getting real, real bad. Because I did go from the weekend warrior to everyday drinker now. You know, coming home after work, my whole thing, I'd grab a little thing of Jack Daniels and grab 3 tall cans. That was just to get home. So I
Damn,
downed
bro.
that on the way home. Yeah, just on the way home, bro. I had a drink just to get home. You know what I mean? Then I get home and I had, my alcohol waiting for me there. And everything was planned out. I knew exactly how much I had, when I was gonna take it. Everything was timed out. And so that was my thing, man. And I just remember always like not just being like up wanting to do things, you know what I mean? I never had energy, but I always had money for beer, always had money for alcohol, you know what I mean?
And that gut gets bigger and bigger.
Oh my gosh,
and
man.
then you can't even tie your shoelaces. I don't know if
Puffing
you've
and
seen old pictures
puffing.
of mine, but my waist got up to a 49 when I was drinking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already thick as it is.
Right.
And
That's how I am, bro.
I get like a little patito. My butt grows, my stomach grows, my waist grows. And it was crazy because I was an everyday drinker.
Yeah.
Every day. And I smoked Newports.
Yeah. Oh, I remember those, man. Those Newport cigarettes. Yep.
I told my wife the other day, I smelled somebody smoking, I almost threw up.
I was say, when you smell it, if you smoked those before, you know the smell.
You know the smell,
You know
but
the
like
smell.
it doesn't remind me of nothing good, dog.
Yeah.
Cause I was a heavy I smoked crack.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started making money, I had enough money to smoke it.
Yeah.
And Newports were like, I would put the ashes on the can and I would smoke cigarettes with it. I would drink, and I'm lucky that I made it out of the prison in Mexico because we used to party over there for like 2-3 weeks straight without stopping.
Yeah.
And but like I said, bro, I had to completely destroy that old me to become this version of me now today. And man, God is good, man. He's put me in places where, I have friends now that are Navy SEALs. I have friends that are in the government. I have friends, that work at the prisons in Mexico. We just opened up a chapter of Wrong to Strong in, where's it, Amsterdam, James? Or was it, I forgot, I don't know if I showed you the logo, but it's all the way over there.
Wow.
Houston chapter just opened up. We're on a mission, man.
That's good, man. God will move.
God
once
will
you're in
move.
alignment with him, that's why I tell people, like, once you have God at the center of whatever you're doing, business, family, relationships, put God at the center. Because if not, it's going to fail. It will fail. It's not if and when, it will.
Yep.
But once you put him at the center of everything, you already know it's going to be successful. And he'll take you. He'll navigate you. You got to just trust God, man. And that's what I've realized. Remove myself. Whenever Richard is in the mix, I'm going to mess it up.
Yeah.
But
You
when
know
God's in the mix,
what I've been
it's
loving
gonna
that
be
you've
good.
been doing? You've been reading that Bible, man.
Mm-hmm.
What I love is when men are not afraid to show their spirituality, to show that they believe in God. A lot of people do it for likes and follows and stuff like that. They do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And trust me, God will sort them out by himself.
yeah.
You don't need to worry.
That's the reward. He tells you, like, that's your reward right there.
Yeah,
It's the
right.
likes that you're getting,
So,
but you ain't
like,
getting nothing else.
But to see men that are actually serious about it and wanting other men to experience, because that's how I feel. I feel that other men should experience what I'm having the blessing to experience. Like
Right.
God being in my life, fixing my relationship. Giving me a wife that was able to. People don't know how crazy I am. Like, I have a severe mental health issues that only if you're a person that knows me well, or I'm looking over there because James spends a lot of time with me, or Ken, my business partner, or my wife that lives with me, you would never know that I have them.
Yeah.
And for her to stick around just showed me that she really loved me, and it gave me like a reason to fight even harder, to be
You
a
have someone
better
that believes
man.
in you.
Yeah, to
So
be a
it's like you
better
wanna be
man,
better.
man.
Yeah.
But hey, give me the rapid fire questions real quick.
And I'll be honest with you, man. Like, going back to sharing my faith, there's times where I don't want to do it, because of that. I'm like, man, like, I look stupid. Like, what am I doing reading this Bible in front of people? You know what I mean? Like, the enemy will try to get to your mind.
Yeah.
He'll start to tell you, things like that, or praying with your wife, or like being vulnerable.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's hard for guys to do that. So if you're a guy, man, I tell you guys, you're going to feel a little weird. You're going to feel like grabbing your wife and praying with her. I don't know why, but at the beginning, it made me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, man, nah. I keep getting like God's voice, like, pray with your wife, pray with your wife.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't listen to it for a while because I'd be like, nah, like, that's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look stupid. But that's like the most like thing that you can do with you and your lady or your kids or whatever.
So when you got saved, was she already walking with the Lord, or did you guys kinda...
We've always been in church. You know, we never really lived that life though, right? Like we went to church, we crossed it off the table or whatever that we did it, but we weren't like living it like how we should have been. You know what I mean? So he's always been part of our lives. So we've always been involved with it. But like actually reading our Bible, praying together, you know, serving, that's when we actually took it a step above, you know, within this past year.
No, he came in with his family, man. You have a beautiful family.
Thank you, bro.
Those are the blessings, man. You know, your kids, the way your son stood there and opened the door.
Yeah.
You know,
teach him how to be a little man. You know,
hey, you have to, man. I you know, my son is, unfortunately, he's doing some time right now. He's got some time to do. He's young. He's 16, but he wanted to be a gangster like his dad, and he ended up where gangsters end up, you know, in prison.
Yeah.
And right now, when I saw your son open up the door, you know, it's where we have to start, man. We have to start with them young so they know that we're there as fathers. And I tell people, I failed at life because I didn't have a father.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to be straight up, like just black and white. Like, I didn't have a blueprint into what a man should look like.
Right.
And if you don't have a blueprint of what a man should look like, then you don't know how to treat women. You don't know how to love family. You don't know how to love siblings. Like it goes into like a lot of things.
Fathers are so important, man.
It's a lot of things.
That's what the issue is nowadays.
And the worst part is that if you have daughters, those girls pick men that are like their father.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I always tell people, if you really think about it and dissect that for a minute, that's a scary thought.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I had to realize. I had to think. That's what I asked myself. Do I want my little girls to end up with a man like me? Right now, the way I'm living, right? So I had to ask myself back in the day when I was living that way, and I asked myself now. Back in the day, nah, I would not want my daughters to marry somebody like me.
Enseñándoles how it is, right? Like,
Exactly.
And it's like back in the day how your aunt would tell you, "Oh, don't smoke; it's bad for you."
yeah. While she's over here puffing,
While she's
you know
over
what I
here
mean?
puffing and everything.
Yeah.
You know, man, you gotta lead by example. You gotta show these kids, man. Thank God that God is using this moment right now with my son. You know, technology. I talk to him every day, and he's reading the Bible. He's really like focusing on working out and just using the worst time of his life right now to turn it into something good.
Yeah. That's what we have to do sometimes, man. Like God will sit us down. He'll force us to sit down if we're not doing it on our own.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We have to go through that process. It's painful though. It's like I call it growing pains. You know, whenever my clients or my son or whatever is going through something, you're going through growing pains, but you're growing.
Look,
you know,
life is life. Like you're gonna go through all kinds of stuff, heartbreak, letdowns.
It's expected.
Life is life. Just imagine how boring life would be if you woke up every day and it was the same.
Or you knew what the outcome was going to be. You know,
like people don't realize that these are storms are usually blessings because usually you're learning something if you're actually looking at it the right way.
Right.
So what's in store next for Warpath? Like where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Like, I know that coaching can pay the bills. It could be very profitable, but sometimes you want to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Are we doing supplements? Are we doing other stuff? What are you doing?
Right now, I'm just letting God take the wheel. You know, right now I'm in a position with God right now where I'm just letting him kind of like dictate what that next step looks like. You know, yes, of course, right? We have to be in control, not in control, but we have to actually do something. We have to be in that movement. But at the end of the day, let God do what he has to do. So what I started doing, and this is like a new thing of what I'm doing right now with my program, it used to just be fitness. It used to just be nutrition, training, right? That's it. Now I'm making more of like a ministry. So I'm taking guys and I'm not only helping them get stronger physically, mentally, but also spiritually. I'm bringing them closer to God. So that's what I've been opening up lately is more of a ministry, more of a place where men can go. We get stronger. We get in shape. We get healthier. But at the end of the day, we're becoming the men that God called us to be. You know, so I'm letting God kind of dictate what that looks like for me, whether it's starting a gym, you know, and having guys there to come and minister and do that thing. I have been in the peptide space. So I have my little peptide company that I'm doing. I'm starting that. So going in that direction with the supplements. But ultimately, man, I would like to open up a gym and have a Warpath compound where we go, and not only is it just training though, but we have, you know, a little food bar there you can eat, little areas for podcasts, you know, little rooms that you could rent. So not only just like a gym, but like somewhere you can go, you can hang out, you can eat, you can socialize, you know, you can work, business.
Almost like a sports bar, but like
Sports
fitness.
bar, but for fitness and
for
faith.
fitness.
You
and
know
faith.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can go there and hang out, and you know, bring your kids. There'll be a daycare there, and you know, just little things that people can go to and spend the day there.
Well, that's the thing, dog. When you and this is I learned this from Rich Piana from the 5%ers and them. When you brand yourself and you create a movement, that's when you really that's when you actually build a company.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know if you know this, but I had 2 gyms. When I first got out the very first time, I opened up one of the first strongman gyms here in Arizona. I was so happy to do it because everything we were building was constructed by hand. So we were building it.
Nice.
The big old concrete balls, those I forgot what they call them, tombstones, all the really big stuff. And it was one of the very first gyms, so we were getting people in there. It was pretty cool, the environment, everything. We created a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I branded it. It was Alpha Omega Fitness. I still got it tattooed on me. And I went in partners with somebody, and after it got really busy, they pushed me out because I didn't know about legal paperwork. I didn't know the business aspect of it.
Right.
I was just kind of like the face. So they pushed me out. They thought they were going to take over the gym and it was going to be profitable. I took everybody with me and I opened up a second place, a fit training center. I tattooed it on my knuckles. I did really well in fitness, man. I'm not going to lie. Like, even when I left the gym a year ago, I was making 15 grand a month. And that was just working from 3 a.m. to about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
It has its benefits. You stay in shape. You're around that lifestyle. But I'm not gonna lie. I got tired of it. I got tired of people not doing what they're supposed to do, making up excuses. And for some reason, this last year, I was just in a hurry just to get out of that field.
It's hard working with people, man.
And I'm not saying this to like demotivate, like nothing.
Yeah.
Like you just started, man. Like you're gonna make lots of money. Like, but people don't realize that the fitness field is it's over. There's a lot of people, but if you have a niche,
Yes.
you'll make a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And if you walk the walk, look the part, like right now, that picture you took with the hammer, I was like, man, this fool's getting jacked, you know, and that's what sells the supplements. That's what sells everything. Why? Because people want to look like that.
Right.
You can't be fat and have a ketchup stain right here and tell them, oh, you got to eat this because you're gonna look, you know what I mean, this way.
Of course.
So nah, dude, you're doing good, and that's what actually excites me because there's I was telling, I don't know if you know Henry from Fitness Junkies.
Yes. Yeah.
Me and him are tight. We're friends, and I was telling him right now, bro, in the fitness industry, a big change happened because a lot of the old guys are out the game. Right now, it's for all you guys, all you young guys, because I'm 50 years old, dog. You guys are young. It's for you guys to take over on YouTube, social media, all that stuff, because there's really nobody out there right now, especially Latino.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when you create a lifestyle on YouTube like that through fitness is the most seeked out on YouTube. I mean, anywhere, really.
Yeah.
Then it's food and this other things. But if you do it right, man, you could. When I was a sponsored athlete through Rich Piana, Mike, his head marketing guy, was one of my best friends, and I always knew who to make friends with, like who I mean, I was a hustler, you know what I mean? So I was always moving around, and I started making a lot of money as a sponsored athlete because I was selling a lot of product off the shelf at my gym. And it was because everybody wanted to walk the JC walk.
Yeah.
And that's what you're creating right now, you know. I see it, man. I see it. I'm proud of you, man. And most of all because I see the whole change in everything, how it causes a domino effect into your family, everything. Most people become successful and they forget about home.
Yeah.
And that's where it all starts.
Yeah, that's the foundation, man. You know, they've been riding with me when I wasn't Warpath.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like that's the thing is like they've been my day one ever since. You know, that's my team right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's my squad right there. My son, my kid, my daughters, my wife, everybody.
They
you know
rolled
what
in
I mean?
like security.
We all roll
what I
deep,
mean?
man. We all roll deep. And like everybody trips out on that because they all see us. We roll everywhere together.
Nah, that's
you know, like
beautiful.
that's my little tribe right there.
That's
but
beautiful,
like I
man.
said, it's to show my son, right? Like he sees what dad gets to do on a daily basis. He doesn't have a dad where he's like, my dad leaves and he goes and does whatever he does and comes home.
Nah,
like,
he
I don't
gets
know
to
what my dad
witness
does.
it.
No, my son knows exactly what I do. My daughters get to see it, you know, exactly what I do.
That's beautiful, dog.
So I love for them to be part of it, man. And it feels good. You know, it feels good because I've lived that other lifestyle, right? Where like they weren't proud of me. They're really, I didn't give them anything to be proud of.
Yeah.
Now I am, now I am giving them something to be proud of. And I want to leave a legacy, man. Like, I don't want to just like my time is done here on earth and I leave and they just like, well, dad left us with a bunch of bills and debt. You know what I mean? He left us with an addiction problem. Like my dad left us with a bunch of pain and stuff we had to fix.
He had a My Fans account.
You know,
we didn't even know about.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But now I get to leave him with a legacy. I get to leave him with something, and to see like my son will be able to, if he decides to carry this on.
Well, that's what they asked. One of the motivational speakers asked one day. He said, "What do you want to leave?" And I said, "Man, I want my son to know. Yeah, my life started really bad, but at the end, I got it back together.
Yeah.
Like
That's
for him
what it's
to
about.
see it."
Yeah.
When I came home, bro, my grandfather was he was gonna pass away, and it was one of the best moments in my life because I guess you could say as a Mexicano, I was raised by my two grandparents, my both older grandparents, my abuelito here, my abuelito in Mexico. And when I came home and he saw me change, like just a little bit, it wasn't even what I am now, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Man, I'm proud that you're doing better. I get to leave in peace now."
Yeah.
Because he was worried about me.
Mm-hmm.
He really thought that I was going to spend my whole life in prison.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it right. So what brought you to Arizona, man? What are you doing? You're on vacation? You're working?
We're just
What are you
hanging out. Every year we do a family vacation, for the summer. Kids are out of school. So we just rent like an Airbnb and just hang out.
You're enjoying the 105-degree weather?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it. I like it. Yeah. So I love the heat, man. I'd rather be in the heat than the cold.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, it don't bug me.
No, I like it when it gets hot here, man. It's one of the reasons why I moved here. I moved here in 2003. And I didn't go back to Chicago no more after that. I can't deal with below zero weather.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, bro. I'm not a cold person.
Today, when I jump on that plane, I looked at the weather. It's going to be 65 degrees over there. So, like, I'm going to have to pack a sweater. Yeah. Because as soon as I get there, I'm going to be cold.
You'll be cold, yeah. You're hot-blooded now. You're warm.
All right, let me do the rapid fire questions. Can I see them? Let me see. All right. You just answer one or the other, okay?
All right.
Keep it fun. Morning or night?
Night.
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Favorite book?
The Bible.
Favorite Bible verse?
Shoot, there's so many of them, man. You got me on that one.
Biggest fear?
Losing my family.
Biggest accomplishment?
My family.
What's one thing that people misunderstand about you?
They think I'm an ass. I'm really not. I'm a good guy.
If your kids are watching this interview 20 years from now, what would you want them to remember?
Just be proud of their dad.
All right. That's it. I like doing those because it gets people off guard.
Yeah. That Bible one got me. I'm like, wait, I have so many of them. They kept popping in my head.
You know who, when I go to prisons and I share my faith and stuff like that, it's always the one that tries to make me trip that always tries to ask me that, but they ask it in a bad way. Like to see if you're really on your...
if you know about it.
Yeah. So I'm always like, dude, I like Ephesians. I like the armor of God.
Yeah.
I think it's Ephesians 6.
Yeah, Ephesians 6.
And that's it, point blank.
Or
Stop
Proverbs.
asking me.
Yeah. Proverbs is good. I like the book of Proverbs because it's like it shows you, like it teaches you a lot.
It teaches
you. Know
you.
what I
Well,
mean? So
I read a Proverbs and a Psalms every day, depending on the date.
Yeah.
So hoy que era I think el 7. I read the 7. So like I go through the days like that. I'm not as tough as I used to be. When I first got saved, I became very I have a very addicting personality. It's I'm lucky I'm not dead like a lot of stuff I've done, but like when I got saved, I became so addicted to what I felt that day that I got on my knees that I was dissecting scripture. My wife would get up and I would have hundreds of papers on the floor with notes, and I signed up to Bible school. I was going to be a pastor.
Yeah. You go full on with it.
Just full blown, bro.
That's
Just,
how I am, bro.
Pero la cosa is that like you turn into a torpedo.
Yeah.
Y haces más damage instead of helping.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And I remember I went to the school, bro, and I got treated so bad by Christian people because I looked different.
Mm-hmm.
And then the worst part, I tried to fit in after that. I tried to show up a white shirt, long sleeves, slacks. Pants were going up my butt. I hated it. Like, I tried to change, and even like that, they didn't. So I went home destroyed. Like I was like, man, I'm gonna be a gangster. I'm gonna be a Christian for. But that's when I had to back up a little bit and actually just let God feed me milk before I ate the steak and potatoes.
100%.
And now 4 years later, I look back at everything God has done, man. The studio. I'm 50% owner of this studio. Only God could have done something like this where someone believes in your dreams so much that they're willing to fund it as your partners.
Yeah.
Only God could do something like
Only God, yeah.
And just everything that's happening, the foundation, the work that we're doing in the prison, the programs. I work for ASU now. Texas is the next one. And, you know, maybe when you get back to San Diego, we can start doing some work in San Diego, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? The prison system needs men like yourself right now. Mm-hmm. And not only the prison system, bro, but men in general, because there's a lot of men out here that are stuck in their own prisons out here.
Right, yeah. Yeah, prison could be physical or mental, you know? There's a lot of that.
So, you know, we got work to do, man. And I'm glad you were here, man. I'm glad I had you. Please tell everybody where they can look you up, where they can find you, where they could hire you.
Yeah, Instagram, Warpath Fit _. That's where you can mainly find me there. Yeah, anything that you need when it comes to fitness, mindset, nutrition, spiritual. Like I said, I'm opening up this whole other side when it comes to my program and really trying to lead men closer to God. You know, that's my big thing. That's what's on my heart right now. I feel like God has He's brought me to a certain place where all the struggles, everything that I've been through, man, was for a purpose. You know, it's for a reason.
Yep.
And that reason's right here, you know, to bring other men, to show them that it doesn't matter how you look, right? You can come from wherever you got to come from, but God is God and he will bring you through it no matter what. And you just got to keep him at the center. And so, yeah, Instagram, man, find me at Instagram, Warpath Fit _ help you out. Let me know what your goals are, and we'll help you out. We'll get you.
And
there.
You're located in San Diego, right?
I'm in Riverside County, so it's about 45 minutes north of San Diego.
I also want to give a shout out to that gym owner from that gym where you work out at.
Metroflex, yeah, Ryan.
Flex.
Yep.
You know, he's a good dude. He follows me on Instagram. I follow him, but you know, we're social media friends.
yeah, that's my boy right there, Ryan. Great guy, man. Great gym over there, Metroflex, Murrieta.
All right, guys. Hey, so listen up, guys. This is it. I don't co-sign for too many people, but I'll co-sign for this brother. My name is JC. I am Wrong to Strong. That's it. That's all I got for you.